Pugilism Company, home of the three-piece combos. This is your boy Reed, BBS, the Blackbird Sugar. The theme of today's podcast will be from shit to sugar, then right back to shit. From shit to sugar, then right back to shit. In boxing, man, opinions shift so drastically from one fight, one round, one punch to the next. Of course, I'm talking about Jaime Munguia and the tougher than expected time he had with Liam Beefy Smith this past weekend on HBO's Boxing After Dark. You could even say it kind of leaned more towards being a disappointing performance, particularly early. As Smith, he connected at will, man. He was piecing Munguia up. It just was what it was early. And in fact, I had him win in 3 of the first 4 rounds. It just was what it was. But with that being said, if you're going to be disappointed by the early rounds, then you have to be impressed with Munguia's response. His impassioned, his demonstrative display, especially in round 5, man, that was all machismo. That was all Mexican cojones, mano y mano type fucking machismo. Munguia, he seized control of the fight in that round. And then he dropped Smith with a huge left hook in the 6th. So from like that point onwards, it was all Munguia. Yes, he struggled early. His defense was piss poor. It was Margarito-esque, which ain't a compliment. But my man sucked it up, especially with the hype that he was getting. He could have folded up shop easily if he was built less than what he turned out to be. He sucked it up. He adjusted. He weathered the storm, weathered the adversity, and he brought the fight. He ramped it up a level that Liam Smith couldn't maintain. Simple as that. He started slow. His chin never failed him. His conditioning never failed him. He never stopped firing. And, he was digging meaty ass left hooks to the body of Beefy Smith. That was what that was. If the goal is to become the next fistic Mexican superstar, we saw some intangible qualities in Munguia that could lead him to that perch eventually. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., his career-defining win, he weathered adversity. He was down on the cards, and he stopped Meldrick Taylor in the 12th round. Now, in no way am I comparing Liam Smith versus Jaime Munguia to that, but still, it's better to have had a bit of adversity and weathered it than to have had none at all and just... It shows a bit more. It shows a different level. Now, we still have to see even more. Munguia's only 21. I don't know if his defense was as bad as it looked or if he just knew that Liam Smith couldn't hurt him and he just said, fuck it. Who knows? Regardless, he's got to tighten that shit up, though. Liam Smith has below average power and hand speed, yet he connected at will. I'm not being blind to the fact. I saw what I saw. I saw what we all saw. Smith connected at will early. And again, Margarito's defense, that's how Munguia's shit looked. It was Margarito-esque. And that is not a good thing by any stretch. That said, Munguia can still be that next Mexican superstar. He showed the intangibles, the toughness, the willingness, the machismo, talking shit to Smith and all of that. Like he's about it. He's about that conflict. Defense be damned. He's gonna throw that left hook to the body just like the quintessential Mexican warrior will do. At this point, I'd match him a little carefully though. While I think Munguia could possibly beat Jarrett Hurd, I would favor Jarrett Hurd. I think Munguia hits harder. So if Hurd's plan is to be as it usually is, outlast and take more than his opponent, like he's rolling the dice against someone like Munguia who hits harder than him. Jermell Charlo, he's a terrible matchup for Munguia right now. He's big, he's too quick, defensively sound, accurate, punches hard. He'd be the absolute worst matchup at 54 for Mr. Munguia right now. Erislandy Lara wouldn't be a good one for him either as we speak. A good competitive next fight, like if Golden Boy really wants to see what they have left, what they have in Mr. Munguia, like Julian J-Rock Williams, that would be a good one. J-Rock's vulnerable, but yet he's offensive minded. And it would behoove Mr. Munguia to improve his defense from what we just saw if he were to fight someone like J-Rock. So let's pay attention to the matchmaking Golden Boy employs as it pertains to Mr. Munguia moving forward. That'll give us a true sample, a true indicator of where they see him and where they want to project him. Anyways, thank God Munguia wasn't approved to face Triple G, because we'd already be saying, man, they ruined this kid had that fight took place, had he been in the ring instead of Vanes Martirosyan that night. And I would even have to say Canelo would beat Munguia right now if they were to fight. But none of this means, it doesn't mean it's time to disregard or kick Munguia to the curb. No, he's still very much in place to be that next Mexican superstar, man. He showed all the intangible qualities. He showed the heart. He showed the willingness to come back, to bite down, to say, fuck it, let's just squab right here, right now. Like, he did all of that. And he's just 21. He's got De La Hoya's former trainer, Mr. Robert Alcazar. This was his first time. He's been in Munguia's corner, but this was the first fight where he was the lead trainer. So I would expect improvements in terms of head movement, footwork, things of that sort. And just keep your eyes out. Munguia's still there. He's still going to be a player. Don't get it twisted. Anyways, that's it for this one, y'all. From the home of the 3-piece combos, Pugilism Company. This is Reed, BBS. BBS. Pugilism Company out.